Hi, my name is Alanna and thank you for watching my video today. I'm an IELTS tutor and I've been teaching English for 16 years. In that time I've known a lot of students, different ages, different nationalities, studying English for different reasons and needing IELTS for different reasons. And I have a website, www.bestieltsonline.com, and on that website I've been putting together some of the some answers to questions that I've had over the last 16 years and feedback from students. So pop over there if you'd like to have a look at that. But today I'd like you to stay with me and watch my video about what I consider to be my best IELTS essay writing procedure. So sit back, enjoy, and I hope you find it useful. So recently one of my students asked me, what is the best IELTS essay planning strategy? And I was so happy to hear this question, because it meant that the student understood that you do actually need to write a plan for your IELTS essays, and you can't just throw your ideas down onto paper. Even if they're great ideas, they need to be organised. Now, in IELTS writing, Task 1 or Task 2, academic or general training, it's important to be aware of the following: effective preparation, effective planning, appropriate style, so formal or informal, appropriate tone, informative or complaining, etc., and correct structure and format. Now, by that I mean, make sure your letter looks like a letter or your report looks like a report. So now let's look at my IELTS writing test procedure that my students have been following for some time, and I'm getting good feedback about it, so try it out and see what you think. First of all, our first stage is the preparation. And the very first thing to do, and this is really important, is read the task question very carefully and ask yourself the following questions while you're doing that. What exactly do I have to write about? So circle those key points in the question. What are they asking me to write about? And then think, what style, so formal or informal, and tone, informative or complaining, etc., do I need? Next step is to brainstorm and make notes of your ideas. Now, when we're brainstorming, what we're looking to do is to get the maximum number of relevant ideas you have that relate to the task. And we're going to write them all down. Now, I always suggest that my students write these notes on the question paper. There's a lot of spare room on the question paper, so it's really handy for that, really useful, rather than the answer sheet. If you write them on the question paper, the examiner's not even going to look at them, which is great. We don't want the examiner looking at our notes, we want the examiner looking at our answer. And you don't go wasting any of the space on the answer sheet. The answer sheet is just there for your answer. So notes on the question paper. Next stage, plan your essay. So we've got all these notes, we've brainstormed all these ideas, and then from that list you're going to select the ideas that you're going to use, decide which ideas are the most important and group your ideas so that the essay has a structure. So maybe we've decided, okay, I'm going to put these 9 ideas into the essay. Well, we don't really want to write 9 paragraphs, 1 on each idea. We want to put these ideas, collect these ideas together. So maybe 4 ideas sort of related, and another 2 are related, and another 3 are related. So that's how we're going to group them. Of course, we've got to be aware of timing in the IELTS writing test. For IELTS writing test 1, you've got 20 minutes, so I suggest you use maximum 5 minutes on this preparation stage. And for IELTS writing test 2, you've got 40 minutes, so I suggest you use a maximum 10 minutes for this preparation stage. Next stage is drafting. Here you're going to write your essay on your answer sheet. So we started off brainstorming, writing all of our ideas, and then we wrote a plan according to our best ideas and grouping them together. And now we're going to look at that plan and draft the essay. So we're going to just write the essay, and that obviously is on the answer sheet. Something I say time and time again, and I'm sure your teachers at school have been saying this to you since you were very small, maybe your mother too, but make sure your handwriting is legible. You could be hiding the most wonderful vocabulary and grammar, but the examiner just can't read it. So please make sure your handwriting is legible. It's really important. And I always suggest my students write in pencil. In the IELTS test, you've got a choice between writing in pen or pencil. The beauty of pencil, for me, is that you can easily correct things. You can just rub it out and write it again, and it doesn't make a mess of your answer sheet. It keeps you nice and calm as well. You're not trying to fit words in over the top of something you've crossed out, etc., etc. So I strongly recommend you favour using the pencil. Now, for writing task 1, I suggest you use 10 minutes for this drafting stage, and for writing test 2, I suggest you use 20 minutes. Our final stage is reviewing. Now, in this stage, we really want to make sure we've written the best possible IELTS task response we can. So here you're going to review and improve your work. Now, the first thing you should ask yourself is, have you answered the task fully? So all aspects of the task, that's really important. I see it time and time again with my students that they really only cover, let's say a question has got 3 things it wants you to talk about, and you only write about 2. Well, you haven't answered the task fully. Really focus on the question and circle those key points that the test is asking you for. Now, check that your style and tone are appropriate and consistent. So, if it's formal, if a formal style is required, use formal, or informal, use informal, and keep that all the way through. So, for example, don't write, "Dear Sir, hi, how you doing?" Okay, that's an absolutely ridiculous example, but I think it shows you the point. Make sure your paragraphing is clear and logical, And I've written C, the importance of paragraphs in IELTS writing. I've got another video here on YouTube called the importance of paragraphs in IELTS writing. Or you can go to bestieltsonline.com and read my post. Make sure all your supporting points are relevant to your answer to the task. We really want to keep focused here and answer the question, not start talking about something that's not the question. And finally, look for grammar and spelling mistakes. Now, if you go to bestieltsonline.com and you look in my links section, you will see that you can find writing task band descriptors for task 1 and task 2. These are the public version. I think the official ones stay at the test centres. It's a very, very confidential test, is IELTS. But if you look at these the public version of these band descriptors, you'll see that all of these points that I've written here in my reviewing section are things that the examiner is looking for. So one of the sections, the examiner is looking at your grammar. One of the sections, the examiner is looking at your vocabulary. One of the sections, the examiner is looking at your task response or your task achievement, how well you've answered the question. One of the sections is coherence and cohesion, and that's where your paragraphing is going to be really important, i.e. it's how you've put your ideas together. So nip over and have a look at those band descriptors and then keep this list with you as well. And finally, don't forget, IELTS writing task 1 needs to be at least 150 words long, and IELTS writing task 2 needs to be at least 250 words long. Now, in my opinion, writing task 1 answers should be somewhere between 150 and 180 words, and writing task 2 answers should be somewhere between 250 and 300 words. Some of my students have this idea that, more is better, and I've had people write 300 words for writing task 1. That's really not the case. It's far better to structure your ideas appropriately and follow these sort of drafting and reviewing and planning stages, and really focus on making every word count. There's no good writing 500 words for task 2 if half of it's irrelevant. So I really recommend you stick within these limits, these word limits that I've suggested. Thanks for listening to me today. I hope you found this useful, and I wish you all the best in your IELTS test. Do pop over to my website. I think you'll find some ideas that you like, and do contact me. Contact me here on YouTube, or come over to my website and write any comments that you want, what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see, what you don't want to see. That way I can really help you best in your IELTS test preparation. Have a good day, and thanks for visiting once again. Bye.